things. So if you're ready, say I'm ready. Here's the first one. What we see. What we see. Second one, what we hear. Our ears, what we hear. First one, what we see. Second one, what we hear. Third one, what we read. What we read. First one, what we see. Second one, what we. Third one, what we. And the fourth one is our associations. Our social network, who we hang out with, who we associate with. And this is very important. See, let me share with you how these four things transformed my life. But before I do that, there's an important detail we must understand. See, these four things, like a strong current, will pull us away. Because, see, we've been programmed, much like that boy will be programmed over his life till he's 30. And most of the population, unfortunately, programmed to act a certain way, to think a certain way, to respond a certain way. And over time, it becomes like gravity just keeping us down. And in order for us to rise up and stand to the occasion, we must constantly work on these four things. What we see, what we hear, what we read, and our associations. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to announce to you, and I would imagine you already know this, you're experiencing these four things right now. I'm telling you, it's life-altering. Now, associations. Have you not associated with some amazing people already? Let me share with you my journey, and I don't have much time. I don't even know if I have a little thing that does anything. I don't. I forgot the thing that moves that thing up there. Or do I just have to say something? Yes. Hey, there's me. I was going through challenges in my life. Keep going. I got into bad trouble. Yeah, keep going. One more slide. Actually, one more after that. That's the machine shop I work in. See, I went down a bad path. In fact, I was running down that path. I mean, running down that path. But see, who I associated with weren't good. They weren't quality people. They weren't like the men and women who sit among you right now. No way. They weren't people trying to improve their life. They weren't people that were striving for something new. Reading books. Give me a break. I didn't read anything. I didn't. Television consumed my brain. Watching other people's visions of their life. Well, I paid for it without knowing, like that boy. Years going by, not knowing he's a slave. See, I didn't know any better at that point. You can no longer say that sitting in this auditorium. That's why it changes your life. And let me share with you why I respect you so much, or rather respect your decision to be here. Respect your decision to be here. Because 7 years ago, I made that decision. I made that decision. And I know many of you have sacrificed a great deal to be here. I mean, I understand that sacrifice. And many of you have been sacrificed for. Meaning other people sacrificed money and time. They cared about you. They loved you. They did whatever they could to get you to see what they saw that changed them. To get you to hear what they heard that changed them. To get you in front of the mentors, the association that would recommend literature that changes our heart. So maybe you were the one who sacrificed, or maybe you were the one who sacrificed for another. Or maybe it's a combination. But I know that sacrifice, folks. 7 years ago, I came here. I was broke. I had nothing. I quit my job way too early. Bad decision. House in foreclosure. Car up for repossession. No money. Now, I know I have some people that can say to me, Josh, I have no money. I can't do X, Y, Z. And I say, really? While they're smoking a cigarette. Well, I got news for you, buddy. Cigarettes are expensive. Don't tell me you don't have any money. See, I was so broke, if I did smoke, I'd have had to quit. Drink? Come on, drink tap water. I mean, I'm talking broke where, you all know what I'm talking about. Like, you all have food in your cupboards. You open up, you look in the cupboards, no food, right? But there's actually food there. So you go to the grocery store, you get new food, put that new food in front of the old food. Okay, when there's no longer the new food, and you're eating canned food, like the canned beans that have been there for years, that's broke. You know what I mean? When there's, literally nothing. I mean, my bank balance was negative hundreds. And my mentor said, Josh, you've got to come to this convention. Now, at this time, I was pretty much going because about 3 months previously or 4 months previously, I came to him and said, listen, there's not much options for me. I have a bad record, okay? I quit my job without notice, and I didn't graduate high school. The employers aren't beating down my door. It's minimum wage at best, and I'm too far in the hole. I have to make this work. I have to. What do I do? He said, show up. All right, you're a millionaire. I'm not. I'll show up. And I just started showing up at the briefings, at the trainings. And see, here's what I knew. Jeremiah 29:11. He says, I know the thoughts I think toward you, says the Lord. Thoughts of peace, not of evil. I have plans to give you hope and a future. You see, I believe that, don't you? I mean, regardless of what you believe, that's a good deal. And then Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not. Oh, that's good. You know why? Because I didn't see any wealth in my pockets. I didn't see any food in my cupboards. I didn't have gas in my car. So I remember, and I'm telling you, if you've never lived on faith before, I'm telling you, you're missing something big. And you all know that. I know. I'm telling you, I would point my car 45 minutes or an hour from Riverside to Newport Beach. One way to my business briefings. People can't drive 30 minutes. One way. Start driving. Not enough gasoline to get there. Or, well, maybe enough to get there, but not to get back. All right, God, Hebrews 11:1, whatever, let's do it. Millionaire says go. And see, life will remove obstacles for the man or the woman who will stand in defiance of them. Now, let me share with you a quick couple lifestyle what happened. Now, this is cool. I showed up at the event. I just decided to go. My mentor said, you got to go. I said, look, I'm already doing this. I don't need to go. He's convinced me. I showed up. I had $100 between me and one other guy. He drove because I wouldn't have, my car couldn't afford it. Actually, my car wouldn't have made it. So we get in his car, we start driving to Oklahoma. And I'll never forget this. It's one guy on my team, Eric Zimmerman, and he, halfway through Texas, he looks at me and says, hey, where are we staying? I'm like, I don't know. I had no ticket. I had no hotel room. I'm like, I'm just going. The millionaire says go. Look, I'm broke. I need to be a millionaire. I'm going. Showed up at the event, changed my life. Associations, what I saw, what I heard, what I read, who I was around. I could not deny that anymore in my heart. I couldn't deny it. I saw it. That event changed me. It just changed me. And I sat in my seat. I didn't move. I took notes like my life depended on it. You know why? Because it did. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank God every single day for that decision. That's why I respect your decision to be here. I came back within 3.5 months, was an executive director. Within 5.5 more months, made $48,000. My life drastically changed. Why? And let me share with you some pictures. And let me go through this real quick because I gotta be done here. Nice car, happy. Keep going. That's like that every second or so. We're doing good. Learning to fly. You know, jet ski. The snowmobiling, water skiing in Tahoe, whitewater rafting, stuff I could have never done. Scuba diving with one of my best friends, Dr. McDaniel. You know, taking my team, Mr. Harmil, Mickey Hartsfield, Padraig, on a trip to see John Maxwell, hanging out with Mr. Villa, one of my heroes, Mr. Leroy Henderson. You know, people, the reason I'm even here, Mr. Jude Benamy, hanging out with great people. Mr. Scott Mitchell, I've known for 20 years. Took me 5 years to get him in the business. He's here with me, and I love him. Because of them, I was able to build a church, help build a church in Brazil. I was able to minister to children. Great for them. I was able to preach. I don't even know what I said. I said something. And look, if your car looks better than that, you got a better car. You got a good car. Don't worry about it. Going to Atlantis, great trips, hanging out with the family, great people. You know, private jet, that's cool. You got to try that. Cayman Islands with the incredible leadership, hanging out with Mr. Paul Meyer. Surfing in Hawaii. Let me ask you, do you want diamonds? I don't know. Do you want cash? I don't know. Do you want nice jewelry? I don't know. How do you want to travel? Do you want to fly? Do you want to get chauffeured? You want to travel? You want to see the pyramids? You want to have your own island or go to an island, go to the islands, see lush rainforests? Are your dreams bigger? You want to go to see monuments, Africa, go to amazing places? What do you want to do? Do you want to do these things? I mean, you can do anything you want. You want family around you? Where do you want to live? You can do all of this.